Hi, Tandy Elisala here, your leadership coach, here to talk to you about the 12 laws of leadership. First, why leadership? Why leadership? Why is it so important? There are three primary reasons. Number one, leadership is required for long-term business success and sustainability. Number two, people buy into the leader first, and then they buy into the vision. And the third reason leadership is so important is because the key to employee engagement, to customer loyalty, and ultimately profit starts and ends with leadership. I created these 12 laws of leadership as a way for leaders to learn and embody what it really takes to lead from within and to lead others. Each of these 12 laws of leadership represent a critical component required for world-class leadership and ultimately world-class and long-term business success. The very first law of leadership is the foundation, and that is trust. The law of trust. You see, your capacity to lead expands through trust. Character makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. There are 4 foundations of trust and 4 types of trust. The 4 foundations of trust are competence, connection, character, and integrity. So these 4 things make up trust. Let's take each one of those briefly. Competence. How well do you know your stuff? Are you knowledgeable? Do you know what it is you are teaching? Easy, right? The second is connection. How well are you truly building relationships, building connections that matter, and showing people you care? The third is character. And that is really all about how are you consistent and congruent with your values? Are you acting and speaking consistently with your values and your beliefs? And integrity, the fourth foundation of trust, is really about I call it the pillar of all, like doink, you kind of build on them. Integrity is like your word is your bond and doing what you say you're gonna do. And it's really who you are at the core. And then there's 4 types of leadership, or 4 types of trust. So the 4 foundations of trust, and then there's 4 types of trust. And the 4 types of trust are self-trust. How well do you trust yourself and your ability to lead and anything else? The second is trusting others. How well do you trust others? And if you have a challenge trusting others, it generally comes back to a lack of self-trust issue. The third type of trust is trust in life and the process of life. And the last trust is trust in God, source, universe, energy, whatever you want to call it. And all of those things go together in what I call my 4x4 trust model. So you've got the 4 foundations of trust, and you've got the 4 types of trust. They all work together congruently and interdependently. And quick story about trust and leadership. When there was a point where I was so overwhelmed. I had health issues. I had issues with with my kids. I had issues with my husband, ex-husband. I had deadlines with my career, and just all kinds of things happening at once. And there was a period of time where I was canceling appointments. Like, I was canceling them right and left, and I was really unable to fulfill my obligations, the things that I was saying yes to. You see, I was eroding my trust. I was eroding it. It can take years to build and seconds to erode. So I had to really get clear about what was important to me, how I wanted to invest my time, what I valued, and work to repair the trust that was damaged as a result of my overbooking myself and wanting to be everything for everybody. And what I really needed to do was learn to be there for myself first. And that's just a little piece of who I am and why I believe and know that trust is so important. It's so important. So my challenge for you is, with regard to the law of trust, is to identify where in your life you might be out of integrity. Where in your life might you be out of character, or out of, just out of integrity with something? Are you saying yes to things that you really should be saying no to? Are you unable to fulfill your commitments to others as a result of your lack of boundaries and your, overbooking yourself and saying yes to things you should say no to? Most importantly, are you in alignment with who you are and what you value, and how you're there for yourself? Because, my friends, we have to be there for ourselves first. That's all a part of leadership. It's a part of leading from within. So I challenge you to find an area where you can strengthen your competence, your connection, your character, your integrity, or you can expand your capacity to lead through more self-trust, or trusting others, or trusting in life, or trusting in God. And I'd love to know in the comments below what thoughts came up for you around this law of trust. Remember that trust is the foundation for leadership. So you got to get that first. And then we move on to the other 11 laws. I hope this has been helpful. This is Tandy Elisala with Center for Inspiring Greatness. I hope you have an amazing day.